Well, huge challenge is that it's the same team, and you played them in back-to-back games, and Andy Toole does a great job, and so, kind of figuring out, what adjustments and how you're going to respond to that. Also, as you come down, it's survive and advance, and we obviously came out of the gates really, really well, which I was pleased with how we came out and were the more aggressive team in that first half. But you knew that they were going to have a second burst at you, which they did. And I thought our guys had a great response. I mean, there was really, really good poise as they went into their run. And I think the three things that we took out of the game that are imperative as you go into tournament play is that, one, you got to be out of the gates. You got to be the more aggressive team. You got to show that, hey, you're prepared and you're going to be physically and aggressive coming out of the gates. Then the second piece is that you got to rebound the basketball. We limited them to 6 offensive rebounds, 3 per half. I thought we were really, really tough on the glass, quicker to the ball, first on the floor. That's the second piece. You got to finish possessions. Then the third piece is you got to be able to respond when adversity strikes, and teams are going to make plays. It's there's going to be a resiliency that everybody shows because nobody wants to go home this time of year. I mean, everybody wants to keep playing, survive and advance, and I thought our guys had great poise and made some big plays coming down the stretch.
Now, as you guys get ready for Oakland, what's the challenge of switching to a preparation for them? Obviously, a team that you guys split with in the regular season as well.
Well, I heard you talk to Rashid about hey, the challenge of, hey, they're sitting on you. Well, they're not actually sitting on us. They didn't know until the same time we did, about 11 o'clock last night when the Milwaukee game was over, who they were going to be playing. So in terms of a preparation, there's not necessarily as much advantage as you would think when we switch our seeds every game. The piece about playing this time of year, our guys would much rather play games than listen to me in practice, all right, and go through drills and breakdowns. So I think staying in flow, I love that part of it. Now, how do you recover and get your guys, physically ready for the next game? That's a situation where, they probably have the advantage on that. I love the toughness of our guys, and that's one we're going to have to push through because when we're the more aggressive team, when we're really, really good with our disrupt and our crowds, all right, and playing physically, like we're really hard, to beat because of how disruptive we are defensively. We also are really good when, it's ball movement, player movement, spacing, and we play really fast. But again, you're playing 2 games in 3 days. That's the challenge you have there. I think our guys have a lot of confidence playing against Oakland because of what we did up there. We were in great flow at that game, but we had similar flow at our game. Just the shots didn't go in at the same rate, and so that's where I think our guys have an idea of the right process to go. But now you got to make shots, and you got to be really, really good with our flow. But then the other piece is where I thought they were better than us in game 2 is that they made it tough in the paint game, and we didn't disrupt and make them play from 30 as well as we did in game 1, and so that's going to be our challenge here.
Yeah, you obviously, like you said, you shot the lights out of the gym when you went up there the first time. And, you mentioned it a few weeks ago that, you think you'd love to shoot the ball at that kind of a clip again. You don't think it's going to happen, but, knowing the outcome the last time you guys went up there, how much confidence does that give this group going up there this time around?
Well, I think the advantage is to us because we're the underdogs in this thing. And you're going on the road. And yet I think there's a mental edge because of how we've performed against them. And we know it, they know it. And so I like being the underdog. I also like having that edge. Now, we got to do what we do, and we got to do it really, really well. And that's a huge challenge. I mean, they got the Player of the Year, and they won the league. I mean, they got a lot of confidence as well. And then, they're going to rebound the ball, like they're going to smash the glass, and they're really good trying to play a chess match in the paint with Campy's 1,000 sets. And so, we got to make sure that we're playing our style of game where we disrupt. If we do that, we have a great chance to make it an elite game coming down the stretch of the game.
You now have a game under your belt in this tournament, this is that kind of the first game for this team in tournament play. Were they as mentally tough as you thought they would be in tournament play?
Yeah, absolutely. I thought they came out aggressive. There was no hesitation. You worry about a young team sometimes coming out and getting a feel for tournament play, maybe feeling a little bit of the pressure of, hey, survive in advance or maybe go home. We got that out of the way, and I thought our guys managed it really, really well. And, on the flip side of it, that's the advantage of having played a tournament game already. Oakland's going to be playing that from scratch on Thursday to where, hey, it's a home game, protect home court. They've been sitting on us, pressure's on them. And so I like that feel as well. We've gotten a win underneath our belt. We felt that. We're feeling like the underdogs as we attack this game. And, that's one of the things that this group has done. I mean, I don't love where we place ourselves with our seeding. We're going to end up playing the best team in the tournament the rest of the way out. But the other part of it is that underdog mentality. And nobody wants to see us. I mean, everybody recognizes that, hey, we're a 21 win team. Seeing us in the quarterfinals is not what anybody signed up for as you go through the seeding. And so I love that. I love putting the pressure on those guys.